What up, YouTube? T-Movies here. Here is my review for the new World War II film, Midway. Now, it's directed by Roland Emmerich, and when you think of Roland Emmerich, you think of big explosions and all that. I mean, he gave us Independence Day. He's a bit of a mess director. Most times he's more of a mess, but yeah. So, I was a little, I was a little excited with Midway. I thought, there was times where I thought it looked cool, but then there was, other times that I think it doesn't look all that great. So, I was a little cautious with Midway, but I'm actually into World War II based movies. You know, I liked Dunkirk, I liked Saving Private Ryan, so yeah, most parts I do like a good World War II film and all. Of course, there was Pearl Harbor, which is probably not, is maybe the worst World War II movie there is. So I was a little cautious about Midway. So I went to see Midway on Tuesday because I did not really feel like to pay full price for it. Because Tuesday is the $6 ticket special, and I did not feel like to pay like $9 for this thing because it did not look all that great. So I saw it on Tuesday, and I know it was #1 in the box office. But let's be real, it was around Veterans Day. Like if this movie had came out any other time, like in the dash mist of summer, or maybe or any other time instead of around Veterans Day, it probably wouldn't even been #1. This probably wouldn't even be in the top 5, to be honest, yeah. So there's that. Like I could probably see this movie doing a little good around Memorial Day, maybe, but yeah, this movie came out in the gifs of Veterans Day, so that kind of one major reason why it ended up being #1. So I saw Midway, and I will say this is the worst World War II movie since Pearl Harbor. That's not saying much either, because there's been some great World War II movies like in the recent years. You know, whether you talk about Dunkirk and all. I mean, there's been some decent ones, but Midway is god awful. It's very bland. It has a really bland script. The movie's pretty boring. I mean, so anyway, stop with that. I don't know why, but people always keep thinking my apartment is the bar. But anyway, joy of living next to a bar. Anywho, now back to Midway, because I need a drink after seeing Midway. Anyway, yeah, Midway was just, I mean, it has some, there are some positive stuff in it. Like, it has some decent performances, Deadpool dude, Ed Skrein, the dude who looks like, Nicholas Hoult. I thought he was actually pretty good in this. Like, I really want to see more of this guy. I mean, I think this dude's a pretty decent actor. And you also had Mandy Moore in this, who, by the way, Mandy Moore's TV career is decent. You know, This Us is a major hit for her. So she has a decent TV career. I'm starting to her movie career, though, is questionable. You know, her movie career recent included 47 Meters Down, Darkest Mind, and Now This. Yeah, her movie career is, she had an interesting movie career for a couple of years. Like, she was in Princess Diaries and all. So she had an interesting movie career before This Is Us. But this is definitely not one she should really talk about for years. I mean, Mandy Moore was okay in it, though. But, yeah, you also had Woody Harrelson was in this. You even had Patrick Wilson, Nick Jonas, who I gotta say, Nick Jonas, his scenes in this, he was actually my favorite part in the movie. Like, I think the movie would actually work better if Nick Jonas was in center, because I really quite like the Nick Jonas character. But and the special effects was decent. It had some cool visual effects. If the film when the Oscar nominations gets announced and this movie gets nominated for maybe visual effects or maybe sound editing or whatever, I won't be disappointed. I won't even be mad that it got nominated, because the effects and stuff, the sound stuff was actually pretty decent, and the action scenes was decent. It's just it had a bland script. I mean, this movie just didn't work at all. And I do love me a good World War II movie, but sad to say, this definitely wasn't it. I mean, yeah, I just really couldn't get much into this film at all. I mean, the story aspect was not all that great. Some of some of the characters. I mean, I don't know if the characters was all that perfect in real life, to be honest. Yeah, so I can't really comment on them specifically. But some of the actors play the characters not so well. So yeah, I mean, I wanted to like this movie too. Because the first trailer I thought was decent. The second one, not so much. So I was like in the mix of Midway. And like I said, this is the film about the Battle of Midway in 1947. And I do love me a good period piece movie. But this one was just very bland. I mean, it didn't work out. Like, to be honest, I'm really disappointed that this movie ended up being out Doctor Sleep. Because Doctor Sleep is a much better film. Well, like I said, this movie, like, the main reason this film did well at the box office is because it got released around Veterans Day. So, yeah, I wanted to like this movie, but sad to say, I really couldn't get into it. Like, I literally almost fell asleep a couple times through this movie. And I think, the veterans of Midway, I think they deserve much better, like a much better story to be told in a film like this. So yeah, I mean, and there was a Pearl Harbor story, which I'm glad they did not add a love scene, like a romance scene in it, which I think that really was horrible about Pearl Harbor. But yeah, Midway was a really not so good film, and yeah, I can't really sad to say I cannot recommend it anymore. And after seeing this and Resurgence, I'm really cautious about Roland Emmerich's next film. So he's a little bit on the hot water now. But let me leave you guys. Did you have a chance to check out Roland Emmerich's movie Midway? If so, did you like it? Did you not like it? I mean, there are actually some people who do like it, and there's also another group who don't like it. So, or films are suggestions, obviously. Anyway, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here, see you movie sign off.